What is going on, guys? We are officially live on the live stream. Well, I've already said what is going on, guys. This is the second live stream of the day. I am ready to jump right to this. So, let's check this out. Wait, actually, no, I'm not ready to get right into this. Hold on a second. Give me one split moment, guys. I actually wanted to react to some stuff. We got some boxing videos. We got some stuff with KSI. We got things with Logan Paul. We got Jake Paul news. We got a bunch of stuff. We're going to go and react to it. And you know what? I'm going to try to see if we can be able to make this a very long stream, which is something that I was actually really anticipating. It's 9:34, so let's see how long we could be able to make this. So let me see this. Give me 1 second. Alrighty. So let me just do some quick mild adjustments. Let me just get myself all situated. By the way, if you guys are wondering, this is my boy Matthias, or Diddy Boy.
What's up?
But we'll just call him Matthias for the fact that I don't want to get demonetized. So this is or canceled. So no, I don't think he'll get canceled, but I would definitely get demonetized. So this is Matthias, okay? Matthias, my homie, my buddy over there. But he's just gonna be chilling in the background, and if anything, he could put his own little 2 cents in some stuff. Yeah, he's gonna show some support. All right, so let's get Christy. All right, so let's get straight to it. All right, so the thing I wanted to react to was from Punch Plan. KSI exposes how Austin McBroom tried to avoid. All right, let's see this. I can't hear anything. Oh, that's why. There you go.
Welcome back to another Punch Plan video. KSI has recently given his thoughts on the upcoming match between Austin McBroom and Anisong Gibb, and he detailed why he thinks Gibb will win on the Fellas podcast.
Austin McBroom maybe trying to do something, but that's dead.
Even with Gibb, like
Dead,
his fight with
dodged.
Gibb, he wasn't even promoting it.
Dodged
Yeah.
him. Dodged Gibb. I'm saying it. I believe it. He
100%,
dodged him
100%.
100%. He tried to make it
was
look like Gibbo.
so gassed.
He tried to make Gibbo
So
look like he had a
gassed, bro.
fucking head injury.
Yep.
Not true.
He was so
You
happy.
seen the video that
What
Gib posted
Gibb
today?
was
that
out.
Gibb was out. So happy, bro. Because
But-
he would have got wrecked. He would have got wrecked. Gibb was on point,
Yeah.
bro.
So,
Gibb looked like
had you
Gibb was
sparred
digital,
with
bro.
Not gonna lie, I was actually looking forward to the Anderson Gibb fight with Austin McBroom. I was actually looking forward to that fight because Gibb in the last fight he had, which was with Taylor Holder, he looked incredible. He looked really good. I'll throw up a highlight so we could all check that out real quick. But he looked really good, and I think that he would have actually beaten Austin McBroom. I think that's what the whole thing was, and Austin was afraid because Austin has a certain image to uphold, and I don't think he wants to get that tarnished by getting beaten by Gibb.
Yeah, so this is a new thing that you're saying. Well, what is it when you
It's-
call
bro,
someone
it's-
digital? What is
If
that
someone is digital, they're at like close to their peak level.
in the Gibb Austin fight? How does that end? Because by the way, it didn't get cancelled. It's been moved. We
Moved,
don't have
yeah,
we don't have a
They
date
say
yet. At the time we're
September,
doing
I
this,
don't know.
sometime in September, hopefully. Fingers crossed.
Oh, that's right. It got moved to September. It didn't get canceled. I thought it'd get canceled, but it actually, yeah, it got moved to September. And I'm looking forward to the fight, honestly. And like I said, I think Gibb is going to win. And hopefully it's not going to get pushed or canceled again. Because, in my opinion, I think Austin's going to lose. And I think he's trying to do whatever he can to avoid from losing. I mean, obviously no one wants to lose, but I think he would try to like actually cancel a fight if that's the case. If he really thinks he's not going to win, I think he'll try to cancel the fight. So that's what I think.
How do you think that ends up?
I'd say Austin loses. I don't think Austin will be able to deal with the pressure. I think he'll have good angles, good movement, but I feel that Gibb will just do too much to him. And I don't think Austin has that power to really make Gibb go away. if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I think that's why Jake was able to beat Gibb.
Yeah.
Because Jake has that power
Even
to make
if
himself
Austin, even
avoid.
if Austin
yeah,
clips
fuck
him,
off.
Yeah.
Stop hitting me.
Yeah, stop
Get
getting
away
in front
from
of my
me.
face.
Yeah.
He did
if
have
Austin even clips him during a fight, it won't be a shot to Gibb, and he'll just the pressure will come on.
Yeah.
Same with Taylor. Like Taylor didn't get many hits in, but when he did, it wasn't.
Well,
it
have you
wasn't
seen
anything.
have
It
you
was
seen
nothing for
Holder
Gibb.
like punch
Right,
like
well,
his
probably.
power?
No.
It's dead.
It's
bro.
giving Cal for easy.
So yeah, let me know what your thoughts are on what KSI had to say.
Okay, so there was that. Let me show you guys the Give versus Taylor Holder. Oh, but Give. Let's see this. I don't want to watch the full fight. You know what? We'll watch some of the fight.
Yeah. He's voting for.
That right there, that's Give. Okay, that's Give. This is Taylor Holder. Taylor Holder is supposed to have like some type of professional boxing background, or some type of boxing background or boxing history background. So that, like, that was the whole thing. He was supposed to be like the main winner. Like everyone was hoping that he was gonna win. But just look at how Gibb was just holding his own.
Gibb.
Oh, so you bet on Holder?
I bet on Holder, yeah.
Okay.
I like Holder's high guard, right? That guard, he's keeping his hands up, he's being patient. That looks like an educated boxer to me.
Absolutely, Paige. And you're going to see Gibb just rush.
Bringing it down to the body. Not utilized a ton tonight is those body shots.
Gibb is just extremely aggressive throughout the whole time. Throughout the whole fight, he's just being
Those
aggressive.
body shots can take your
Look at
opponent's breath away.
You know, when the
Non-stop
odds first
body
came out on
shots.
Stat Hero, Taylor Holder was an underdog. And then I did my #1 sports betting show in the country, The Early Edge. And we said Taylor Holder should have been the favorite. And all of a sudden,
And it switched.
it switched. I'm just saying, we moved the market.
Just like that.
Well, Gibb has a lot of fans, and it's not just his personal fans or his personal subscribers. The entire YouTube UK is all supporting Gibb. Some of the biggest creators in the world supporting Gibb.
Like this, he could get tired, and I think that's when Holder's going to capitalize.
He definitely looks like the most seasoned fighter we've seen to this point.
One went in a little low.
On the entire card, right? Holder definitely, he seems like he's the real boxer.
Yeah, Paige, he really is. Good combinations there by Holder. And very quickly, that 2 minutes is up.
That way.
Faster than every fight.
Take it in. Yeah, you come in, but you got.
Let's take a look at some of that first round action.
Got a good body shot here. Made him drop his hands. That definitely looks like he felt that one.
Yep.
To bring it to him. It's time for him to pick up the pace and throw his overhand right as Gibb is throwing his 1-2.
I do understand the game plan.
Dude, Gibb is just like he's just extremely aggressive throughout this whole fight.
But
if every single one of those causes damage, it's who's the aggressor.
All right, here we go, round 2. Gibb in the blue shorts and Taylor Holder in the white.
And Gibb definitely has been the aggressor. We'll see if that continues in round 2.
Holder now in the classic boxing stance.
I want Holder to keep his composure, but I do want him to start turning it up a little bit here.
You got to believe at some point he's going to let the hands go.
And he's not really getting hit, but in the eyes of the judges, he is losing. When his back's on the ropes, he's kind of getting teed off on.
And here's an important thing, Coach Paige. Gibb is in the best shape of his life. We've seen him in other fights. He's never been this good looking as far as shape. So that might be the difference.
And Taylor a little bit frustrated with a late hit, and now here come the hands.
And that was late. You know what? The ref gave him a stern warning for that one.
And now Taylor Holder very calm. You can see very calculating.
But it seems like that one frustrated him. It frustrated him, and he's turning it up. He's putting a little bit more heat behind the punches he's throwing now.
It's very, very clear who's had the most real training tonight. It's this man right here. Now, he's not winning the fight, though. That's Paige's point.
Well, Gibb, he gets good trainers, but he's very unorthodox.
And that's the thing, these short rounds, right? These are 2 minutes. You only have 2 minutes to capitalize. All of a sudden, 2 rounds have gone by, and you're being a little bit too patient. Now you're down 2 rounds. You can't be that patient. You have to bring it to your opponent.
It almost feels like his trainers gave him this game plan, forgetting about the shorter rounds.
And that's an element you have to think about. Traditional male boxers, it is 3-minute rounds, and that's something the coaches needed to reevaluate for.
And again, a very, very active round for Gibb. I almost want to use the word
Gibb.
And the ref is the most important.
Okay, we'll see if
2 rounds to Gibb. Gibb is just much more the aggressor right now. I don't see Taylor letting his hands go, but if he's able to outlast Gibb, and if Gibb tires out, we could have a switch later on in the fight. But for now, I got Gibb.
Well, every time Taylor Holder shakes his head at him and says, "You're not doing anything," he's not coming back with anything.
Well, the thing is, Holder,
and says, "You're not doing anything," he's not coming back with anything.
Well, the thing is, Holder, he's proving to the judges that punch landed. He's saying, "Oh no, that one didn't hurt," shaking it off, but he's proving it landed, and that's what matters. Those punches are landing. They might not be hurting you as much as you think, but you're getting a reaction out of your opponent, right? I love when my opponents shake it off, like, "No, that didn't hurt." Yes, it did.
Holder's got to do something. I mean, he's just playing defense.
And that works in longer fights, right? This is 5 2-minute rounds. It's too short to be on the defense the entire fight for this long.
But we're in the 3rd round. He needs this round.
Going with full attack.
He is starting to open the hands up a little bit more, but for the 3rd straight round, Gibb is way more aggressive.
Gibb's cardio was holding up. I feel like that off the 1st round, I was curious if Gibb's cardio would hold up. He's powering forward with full authority, power punches, and it seems like he still has a ton of energy to go.
Gibb wasting no time after the breakup, getting right back into the pocket.
Yeah, I mean, I'm really happy for Gibb right now. It clearly is not over, but it looks like I'm going to be dishing out 10 grand.
Hey, it's not over until it's over.
And Gibb continues to throw combinations. And Taylor Holder's getting frustrated, and I'm not quite sure who he's frustrated with.
No, I'm not either. And the most important person, you got to listen to the ref. Whatever they say, they can stop this fight whenever they want to. So let's keep listening to the ref. Good ending. I was curious if there was going to be some more late punches there.
Well, it's got to be frustrating to not have.
You can train something over and over.
We see it so many times that fighters aren't doing what their corners want them to do or what they've trained to do.
Well, it's different, right? You can train something over and over again, but when those lights are on, this is different. Fighting isn't, you don't get to take 2, you don't get to take a picture and take another one.
Good left hand there by Taylor, and you got to believe that he's going to need a knockout to win this fight, down 3 rounds to none.
Absolutely, at this point, I mean, he's got to do something.
And now Holder, but Gibb coming right back.
When he's throwing, he's landing, but Holder needs to be throwing a lot more.
I hate to say it, but it almost looks like his training has caused him to be too professional. If that's a thing.
He just seems hesitant, you know?
Yeah.
He seems like he's trying to be too calculated. And a lot of times fighters can try to be too technical in there, but you need to trust that your technique will come out. You just have to go out there and fight, right? The technique is in your body. It's in your muscle memory. The technique will happen. Your job is to go out there and fight. Don't think so much.
Big overhand right from Holder. Gibb right back in his grill.
And at this point, Gibb just seems like he does not care. He's taking some punches, doesn't faze him whatsoever.
He's going to eat a couple and just keep swinging.
He said, "This is just a guy that I'm going to go through." And so far, that's exactly what he's done. Big right hand by Holder.
And a funny little observation, you can tell on his back he's got those marks from cupping. So he's obviously taking his recovery extremely seriously as well.
Absolutely. I mean, I can't wait when this is done to look at the scorecard and see how many landed.
Oh, big left hand for Gibbs, straight. Oh, big overhand right. And Holder might continue to shake his head, but right now he's getting dominated, guys.
He is down. He needs to throw more straight punches. The problem is he's throwing 1 or 2 straight punches down the pipe. He has the reach advantage. Stop closing the distance. Stay at your reach. He's coming in too close into Gibbs's range.
Hey, you gotta let it go. Put it on him. How do you feel?
So tired.
Okay, but bring from your nose. But Taylor, you have to take control of this.
By this right punches and bunches, body head, body.
Stat here up to -180 at some point today, and he is on the ropes. He needs a knockout here in round number 5.
He better get going. He's got 1 moment, 1 shot. Mom spaghetti, Taylor Holder.
One opportunity.
And we're seeing it.
He is. You know, in the corner, his corner said, "How are you feeling?" He said, "All right, I'm a bit tired." No, you're not. Tell yourself you are not tired.
You got 90 seconds to let your hands go.
Look at the endurance of Gibb. We've never seen him slow down at all, and he's just going, going, going.
He's going forward. That forward pressure is working for him, right? But I like that he's getting in and out, in and out, in and out, and popping off his shots, getting out of the pocket so he's not getting hit.
Oh, what's going on? Good morning, Ali Dridi.
Commended his preparation.
Where are you from, bro?
Oh yeah, looking at him tonight, he's got the cardio. He's ready for a real boxing match.
What happened? You have a fan commenting on your Yeah, someone's commenting. Ali Dridi. Or Ali Dridi. How you doing, bro? If it's morning for you, where are you from, bro? I'm guessing you're on the other side, like we're on the UK side.
He's ready for one that's going to stay on his record forever.
Huh?
He said good morning.
Yeah, for real.
Early in the day, wherever he is.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, yo, hey, man, good morning.
Oh, good combination.
Okay, so pretty much at the end of that fight, if you guys are wondering who won, the person that won in the fight, if you guys are wondering who won in the last fight, pretty much what happened was the fight was taken from, okay, so, sorry about that. Gibb lost, but however, over the, what's it called again? Like later on, he complained and it got overturned, which in his right, he should have got it overturned. Everyone says that was one-sided, that this guy won, Taylor Holder won because he has an image, and pretty much he was saying like the people were bribed, but I don't think so. I don't think there was bribery. I don't think no one was influenced. But however, I do feel that Gibb should have won that boxing match. That's my thought. What do you guys think? If you guys think that he should have actually won, then comment down below. Let me know your thoughts. Let's check out Austin, which is the competitor. This was the main event of this, like at this time where Gibb boxed Taylor Holder. This right here was Austin fighting this other guy named Bryce Hall. If you guys don't know who Bryce Hall is, he is a TikToker, and yeah, now they this was before Bryce became how do I say, humbled. Before he was humbled. So before he was humbled, this right here was his boxing match. And yeah, so let's watch this right here. This is Austin's fight. And you guys comment down who do you think is going to win, Austin or Gibb. And yeah.
Bruce, I want you to start the rivalry between these two guys.
Look,
talk about it.
I dubbed myself DanaTube during this whole YouTube boxing experience and followed everybody with a camera. So I saw both camps training behind the scenes. this beef is so real that I don't even know if it's halal for me to eat. Like, it's...
And that's what makes great boxing and rivalries. Let's talk about Austin and Mick Broom, former... But tonight, this is boxing, not basketball.
I'm telling you, tonight he's going to be very quick. He's going to be hard to hit. I think he's going to be
It's a little there. Is it? Unglued. And to tell you how the world has changed, buffer. Cement.
Can I just say, Bryce Hall looks like a douchebag. Like, he looks like a major douchebag, and I know, like, everyone already knows, like, yeah, that's just, like, his persona. But he just looks so douchey, man. Like, ever since this fight, he's looked a lot better now. Like, he looks a little bit more, I don't know how it is, but he looks a little bit less cocky or something. But, yeah, this new version of him is a lot better than the old version of him. Just gotta say.
With throwing things back and forth from yachts, but that's exactly what we had with these two fighters. There are very few. Mr. Michael.
Stadium platforms, 5 2-minute rounds. For bragging rights, who is the best in the ring? The 3 judges scoring: Lorenzo Hunt, Coach Chuck, Keon Wilson, and inside the ring, in charge of the action at the bell, your referee, Big Chris Edgehill. And now, the officials are ready. The fighters are in the ring, and they are ready. YouTube, TikTok, fight fans, are you ready? For the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, sing for sounds.
You know, I just realized almost half of the video is just intro. So that's how short the fight went. Okay, just saying. Look at this, 18 minutes. We're already 7 minutes in. The fight hasn't even started yet. That's how you know this fight wasn't that long. Just saying.
And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the red corner, represents at 100 million US.
Yourselves at all times and give him a knockdown.
Be honest with you,
I'm freaking out right now. I cannot wait. There's been so much buildup to this moment right now.
How do you guys feel, right? Like, you guys know these people. You know them through and through. What's
much that went into this? So many different.
The McBroom in the orange trim.
Orange fluffy trim.
Yeah, Bryce Hall in the red and black.
Austin smiling at him early.
Immediately, I like this stance of McBroom a little better.
Bryce Hall said he's been sparring 4 to 5 times a week. Good left hand by McBroom.
And that's the best thing these guys can do, right? It's all about experience. The more sparring, the better.
Now Austin's been used to coach.
Now, Austin's also very aggressive. That's another thing. That's something that I also noticed. Very aggressive, and he's almost like a viper in a sense. Like, he does quick strikes, boom, boom, and comes back, and goes back in, bah, bah, bah. Like a viper.
Coaching with other sports and everything else. Bryce Hall.
Oh!
Uh-oh. Austin got in trouble.
All right, so McBroom a little shot there on Bryce Hall as they broke up.
Bryce Hall's been in over 40 street fights. Oh.
Very interesting. So he does bring a little experience to this ring, right?
And anytime there was an influencer meetup, Bryce Hall got in a fight with another influencer. It happened so many times I couldn't even tell you.
Austin McBroom, a former NCAA basketball player, said his dream was to play in the NBA.
Ooh, beautiful.
Big left hand by McBroom.
Wow, which explains why Austin's footwork is looking so nice right now.
Hall immediately trying to tie up. He got a point taken for that.
Pick him up, keep it clean, or get in the fucking corner. Let's go.
This ref is not having the nonsense.
His team needs to tell Bryce to stay composed at this time.
So the referee just took a full point away from Bryce Hall.
Well, it looked like he was going in there and he's doing more of a...
Honestly, the ref looked like he was having just a bad day in general. Just my opinion. Like, he is just being overly aggressive towards everyone. Just saying.
a full contact MMA type of style, right? That is not what we're doing here.
Well, that's Bryce. I mean, that's... we talk about...
Yo, Matias. Hold on a second. I need to pause this real quick. Give me 1 second, guys. No, actually, I need this. Eye drops. My eyes are burning right now. Really? Yeah. No.
Oh my God, they're beating themselves up again. It's funny, I gained the 4th subscriber and now I'm back to 3.
Huh?
I had 4 subscribers and I was like, oh look, I gained the subscriber and then I went away.
They're like, I don't want to see your stuff. It's like, oh snap, I accidentally subscribed to you. My bad. Let me fix that.
Somebody actually commented like in different language and then posted their YouTube link. I'm like, there's no way I'm clicking on that link right now.
About the street fights, he wants to tackle people.
You should have subscribed to the channel. Alright.
No, delete their comments.
Alright, time to get back to the fight.
This ref could stop this fight.
I hope he doesn't. I hope he doesn't. I already see blood pouring out of Bryce's nose.
Well, and Bryce looks scared, right? That's why he's tying up. He's getting hit really hard, and he's scared on his head. See the fear in his eyes.
Another big left hand.
If he doesn't listen, the ref's stopping.
And guys, there's $1 million bet on the line here. They bet each other $1 million.
I'll be honest, I was so into that round, I didn't even look at the clock.
No,
I didn't see it.
They bet on the knockout.
The knockout.
The knockout has to happen for the $1 million bet to go down.
Hey, it's looking pretty good for McBroom at this point, right?
All right, so a knockout or a TKO, does that pay too?
I
that
think
count?
it was Keem's interview. I believe it was a knockout.
Knockout in my interview.
Okay, so he has...
The crazy him from
Strategy.
And here's right there that McBroom didn't like what Bryce Hall was doing, and he said he's grabbing me. So then right after that is when Bryce had a point deducted because, again, he would just go in and then...
No. Not
All right, main event, 5 rounds, 2-minute rounds. Bryce Hall's already had a point deducted. That first round looked like it was clearly to Austin McBroom.
Yeah, so possibly that round is a 10-8 round, right? With the point being taken.
No doubt.
That's what I judged it on the unofficial scorecard. Oh.
So far, it's going the way I thought with Austin with the lead, but Bryce is a tough kid.
And these two are just standing there. Big right hand.
He's picking up.
Oh, McBroom, he wants the $1 million.
He is switching stances.
He is going for the $1 million.
He's throwing all over the place. Switching stances, power shot from both.
His quickness is clearly an advantage.
You know, my biggest takeaway, it looks like Austin's having fun in there.
He is.
No, he is.
The speed of Austin McBroom is unreal. His footwork is amazing, and this is exactly what Bryce had to worry about coming in.
This is deep waters for Hall. Deep waters.
Bryce should be thankful that hook did not land. Ooh.
Every shot is
Good straight left hand. Bryce Hall's head is just snapping back.
Oh, he's a bobblehead at this point.
See, Austin doesn't want a regular win. He wants this knockout.
He's going for the $1 million. He's going for the $1 million.
There's so much on the line tonight for these guys, and they're really pushing through this final fight.
Well, Bryce Hall does have to pay the $1 million.
Oh, wow, so Bryce does it again.
Again.
And now the referee's like, I'm going to take away another one.
You know, these boxing commissioners, they're used to, you know, those professional high-level fights. This is a no-nonsense ref.
Well, it's not a secret. Bryce got paid $5 million for this.
They literally said it was a no-nonsense ref. No, I don't think it's a no-nonsense ref because I've seen some refs that just like keeps warning the people or just tells them like, yo, hey, chill. At least for like 2, maybe 3 more times. I've only seen him warn him like 1 time, and then the second time that he takes the point away. I think, and honestly, he's just giving the guys just more attitude. Look, honestly, I think that the ref's just having a bad day.
Let's go. Come on.
So if he has to pay $1 million, he's still up.
Oh, a big straight left hand.
Got the 8 count for that one.
All right, they're giving him a standing 8 count.
7, 2, I'm good. I see you.
And Bryce Hall saying, I'm good.
I'm good. I'm good. Let me fight.
And that's the end of the
Wait, what?
straight.
So if he has $8 million for this.
Stop.
And now the referee's like, I'm going to take away another one.
You know, these boxing commissioners, they're used to, those professional high-level fights. This is a no-nonsense ref.
Well, it's not a secret. Bryce got paid $5 million for this.
Stop. Let's go. Come on.
So if he has to pay $1 million, he's still up.
Oh, a big straight left hand.
Got the 8 count for that one.
All right, they're giving him a standing 8 count.
7, 2, I'm good. I see you.
And Bryce Hall saying, I'm good.
I'm good. Let me fight.
And that's the end of the second round. But in the judges' eyes, that standing 8 count had to give the round to McBroom.
Absolutely, 100%. And you just see how tough this guy is. I mean, he's sitting there arguing with everybody.
Look at me, Taylor. Stay focused, Taylor. Dame el agua. Water. Okay, stay calm. Listen, you got slip.
In control.
Coming out.
So far, Bryce has
If those gloves were smaller.
Okay. If were different, I don't know if it would be the same story.
That's right. If those gloves were smaller.
Okay. Bryce starting off strong with that body shot, a headshot. Austin coming back, clinched up.
Oh, he is throwing from left field.
Now, a problem there, right? Little mistake on McBroom's part. Just because you're tied up, you can still punch there. Until the ref separates you, it's still live action.
It looks like Bryce has turned the gas on.
It's that fight or flight response, right? He realizes he's in trouble and he needs to turn it up if he wants any chance to win this fight.
He's reacting to what's being thrown at him right now. He's not trying to control the narrative at all at this point.
McBroom, if he would put punches together and not keep throwing these wannabe knockout shots, he would finish it. He would get the knockout he's looking for, but you got to set it up.
McBroom really looks like he's enjoying himself thus far.
Oh, he's got to be. Once you smell blood, then you just feel what it feels like to be a fighter.
We are more than halfway through these scheduled 5 rounds.
Earlier we talked about how nobody wanted to fight Taylor Holder. Well, it is the exact opposite.
Teeing off.
McBroom! It's McBroom!
He needs this 8 count. He needs it. He needs to refocus and dig deep right here.
Go for the kill right now.
Bryce.
There it is.
Connected again.
Oh my God!
They're calling it. It's over.
Is it?
It's over. It's over.
Ladies and gentlemen, Austin McBroom.
Now, honestly, they shouldn't have called it. McBroom threw McBroom threw Bryce onto the I can't talk. McBroom threw Bryce onto the floor. So honestly, they should have never called it. They should have just counted it, start counting, but they should have never called it. Honestly, the fight could have probably went on. But yeah. McBroom, he's pretty good. He's pretty aggressive and stuff like that. But however, I still think that Gibb is going to win. That's my honest opinion. I think that because, one, Gibb just keeps training, and I think he's going to get even more destructive. I think he's going to be even more crazier, way better, and I think he's going to win. That's my honest opinion. Now, let's go check out to see what else is going on. What else? I think I had something here for watch later. Wait, don't look at that. Nah, I guess not. Wait, is this is this his boxing footage? Oh, I want to see this.
Your videos need the best music, and with Artlist, the possibilities are limitless. Let's make it.
Welcome back to another Punch Plan video. In this one, Fuzi shows off some very brief new training footage ahead of his fight with Deji. Even though Fuzi only showed extremely short new training footage, we could definitely still see that he's improved his rotation on his punches, which before we could definitely see he was lacking a bit as he was a bit more rigid and definitely trying to maximize his power with as much hip rotation. As well, it definitely seems as his technique has been improving, as of course training camp has been progressing, he's bound to get better with his technique and with time develop into a better fighter. All this is very exciting.
Yeah, dude, Fuzi's gonna mess up Deji. If you guys don't know, it's Deji versus Fuzi. Deji is a YouTuber also, and Fuzi is damn, man, I cannot talk. Deji is a YouTuber and Fuzi is a YouTuber as well. They are having this little boxing match, and yeah, honestly, Fuzi's gonna win. Fuzi looks like he's in incredible shape, and just look at how he's fucking attacking the pads. He looks like he's destroying it. He's gonna go through Deji. Although I want Deji to win, he's not going to.
First fight with Deji, as we're going to see both of these guys try to get their first win on the Misfits boxing card, and I feel like technique will definitely be crucial for the winner of this fight. So with that being said, let me know down below what you think about this very brief footage from Fuzi, if you think he's improved or not, and who you think is going to win the upcoming fight between Deji and Fuzi. So if you enjoyed the video, make sure you like and subscribe for all future YouTube boxing content and news.
Give that a nice thumbs up. Okay.
Andrew Tate is looking more and more likely to be Jake Paul's next boxing opponent. I found some recent footage of him doing a little bit of work on the pads, but make sure you guys watch this video to the end, because at first he's just playing around, and towards the end you can see more of his technique and what he brings to the table for that matchup.
Ice! Ice!
To be honest with you guys, he would look a lot different if he's actually training for a fight. I think with this footage he's been putting up on Instagram, he's just staying in shape and doing his thing and putting up some clips, but him in the actual training camp, we'd be looking at a completely different fighter.
Bro, imagine if Jake Paul and Andrew Tate actually get into a boxing match. That is going to be absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. Okay? That I think a lot of people would pay to watch that. I would honestly pay to watch that. I wouldn't wait till, like, you know, a week later to see the full fight. I would watch it. Like, I would pay money to watch that fight. That is such a crazy fight. That would be the only fight that would top that would probably be Jake Paul versus Logan Paul, the brothers. If the brothers were fighting, that's the only way. That's the only way that Andrew Tate versus Jake Paul would be topped. That's the only way. Humble opinion, or my opinion.
In this footage you can see a bit more of his technique and that he can still fight. He's a kickboxer out and out, does do a bit of boxing obviously, but his main focus would be kickboxing. Jake Paul is new to boxing but has picked up some serious skills, but I cannot take this footage too seriously because Andrew Tate is literally playing around in a front driveway or something. It's not his best ability being shown here. But this matchup is looking more and more likely, and it kind of makes sense. A kickboxer could be the next progress he could make before fighting a boxer in terms of Jake Paul's career. Hasim Rahman Jr. might have been a step too far too quickly. But for me guys, Andrew Tate is still...
So, I was going to ask you, is it coincidental that 3 of my videos have 44 views?
A big matchup and a hard matchup for Jake Paul as well, because he has that will to win. Andrew Tate has got a lot on the line. He's not going to want to get embarrassed by Jake Paul, so he's going to go all out for this fight. Andrew Tate is 35 years old, which is at the back end of his career, but not too old to still do a boxing match. Make sure you guys all subscribe with that notification bell for any updates about A lot of people are bigging up KSI for this new footage of him looking in crazy shape and smashing the heavy bag, but Jake Paul wasn't agreeing with that at all. He put up a single story saying, "The right hand can take you around the block, but a good jab will take you around the world. I'm very intrigued to see where you end up with neither." And Jake Paul had said, "Nah, this is crazy." Jake Paul clearly thinks he's levels above KSI and always mocks his technique, but the fight is not too far away. They could have one more match in between late this year for one of them and early next year. Then in 2023 we see the big fight. If they promote it like crazy and did a world tour, how many pay-per-views do you guys think that fight sells between KSI and Jake? So guys, KSI essentially said that don't think that he has forgotten about Alex Wasabi. He's still going to knock him out one way or another, and he missed out on the biggest opportunity of his life. And Alex Wasabi said, assuming that was meant to be intimidating, but I just feel bad for you, bro. You had a rough couple of days. You need some time to recover before trying the I'm so scary thing again. So I'm not going to pile on the don't worry, we're going to run it back on the big stage one day. You'll see. KSI said, ain't no big stage for you, mate. You've lost your chance. Recover from your concussion real quick so I can spar you for a 30-second YouTube short. Alex Wasabi said, you seem stressed, mate. Take a couple of days off. Yoga, meditate, deep breathes, 1, 2, 3, out, 1, 2, 3. Everything is temporary. Your bad days will soon pass. KSI said, how are you selling the fight more now that the fight is over? This is the most you've said these past few months.
That's true. I agree. Nah, Alex Wasabi's a joke. Okay, if anyone
who also did lose.
If anyone wants to defend Alex Wasabi for pulling out on the fight and then talking shit right after, dude, no, don't do that. No. Okay, you shouldn't be defending Alex Wasabi for doing what he did.
So guys, it looks like we got a little teaser on the first bit of footage of Swarmz ahead of the fight with KSI. This trailer and teaser on his channel is literally just footage of London and him running through it at 5 AM in the morning. And across this we can see a little bit of footage of him also hitting the pads along with his trainer.
Man said, don't worry, I'm dehydrated. Don't worry, man, you're good. I can't even swallow my saliva, bro.
This is just a little teaser clip. It's not a big indication of how he's going to be, but I'm sure more footage will come soon. So stay posted by leaving a like and subscribing with the notification bell.
Oh wait, I wanted to see that. No.
So guys, it looks like we got a little teaser on the notification bell.
Hold up.
Subscribing with the notification bell.
There you go.
So guys, KSI recently...
I want to see this right here. KSI asked if he will ever be friends with Jake Paul. He said they asked that with Logan Paul. He said no. Now they have a really amazing drink called Prime together. So let's see who I think maybe nah, maybe, probably, maybe they can probably be friends. Like I would say it will take about 2.5 years, maybe 3 years till they become friends, but I feel like they'll be friends eventually.
He spoke on the Jake Paul situation and explained the difference between the two brothers. Logan Paul he's obviously cool with now, but Jake Paul he said he respects, but he doesn't like him.
They're not a part of you that's like, as you say, you juggle so much.
Yeah.
Where he's just fully focused now on boxing.
Yeah,
guy's been doing everything.
yeah. So that's, I kind of just want to prove to everyone that even though I'm still doing everything else, I'm still able to find time to destroy everything that he's created from just fighting him and just knocking him out. I think that shows the type of person I am and my mindset.
Such
and
a crazy dynamic that you're good friends with his brother.
Yeah, I know.
And you wanna, as you say, my brother.
Yeah. I mean, it's a situation that is it's weird, but like obviously they're two different people.
Yeah.
Like I respect Logan, and I don't. I respect Jake, especially because he gets into the ring. But besides that, that's where I draw the line. I
It's
don't
funny
respect
because
anything else.
there's a lot of people in boxing that respect what he's done, especially for female boxing.
Yeah.
The Amanda Serrano, Katie.
Yeah, and I know that's fair play.
Yeah.
But I don't care. Like I want him, and I will get him
Wembley
next
Stadium?
year. Wembley Stadium. And people say we won't sell out. We will sell out.
No. We'll sell
yeah,
out.
yeah.
Who said this?
Oh, come on, bro. Look at you should see on comments.
I see the
people
comments
saying,
section.
yeah.
They're crazy.
But yeah.
I think you could sell 2 Wembley.
Yeah. Oh, you think?
I think you could sell 2
Oh,
Wembley.
geez, chill.
Do you guys think there's a slight possibility we could see KSI and Jake Paul friends also down the road and even set up a business venture together? We never thought KSI and Logan Paul would be in the situation that they're in now.
JJ and Jake Paul will be friends after their fight the same way Logan and JJ are.
I don't see it.
The thing is, I will always respect anyone that gets in the ring.
Yeah.
But I just don't think Jake Paul is that good of a person.
Is it possible though? Because you thought that about Logan. Do you not think about Logan before your fight?
You was like never be friends with Logan, right? There was a point.
No, but
we were told him to be friends.
There was definitely a point where you said you were like, nah.
Me and Randy said you'll be civil with him after this.
I can imagine,
you and Logan are way more similar than you and Jake.
Yeah.
So you'll be like, you could be in a room with Jake and kind of be like, oh yeah, like what we did was sick. Yeah. But that's it.
Yeah. You're not going to be like,
Logan, whereas Logan, you'll actually like, I mean, he's been to your house, you'll laugh at him.
Yeah.
Like, I can't see that with Jake.
I don't know. I don't know.
I think your thought process of Logan's similar. You're more like on the same level.
I mean, you don't think after your fight with Jake, you'll be civil?
No, I mean, I don't think I'd want
Depends if you
to
lost
do
or won.
with him.
No, there'll be a respect from you though, which
There'll
would
be a
make you
respect, but
naturally
I mean,
civil.
So if you're in a room with him, you think you've already fought him.
You're not going to fight him again.
Yeah. You think, oh, we're in a room. We're going to start scrapping.
2 boxes in a room, they might kill
Well, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Like, I guess it depends. Like, if it's on then, isn't it?
Oh, right. What if he weighed you in the first time? You're going to start another scrap.
There's no way.
Okay. I predict they'll become friends.
Yeah? Make sure you guys all subscribe to my second channel, Fight or Fight TV, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out. So guys, KSI recently spoke on a Jake.
KSI came back to buy. Let's see what else is on the For You page. When Floyd Mayweather got asked about KSI. Okay, I want to see this.
So guys, a while back, Floyd Mayweather was actually asked if he would ever fight KSI, and this is what he said.
I don't really have to train that hard for a YouTuber. At least I don't think so. We'll find out. We'll see.
Would you fight any other kind of celebrity, KSI or any other kind of celebrity? Is this just a one-off thing?
Once again, that name came up, and I don't really know who KSI is. I know he's a guy that's also, if I'm not mistaken, he's big in the YouTube world, right?
Yeah, yes.
Yeah, so like I said, I meet these guys and I hear these guys' name, but these are not guys that I really know.
A lot of people was thinking when Mayweather and Logan Paul fought, that should have been KSI in the ring because he was the one that won the KSI and Logan fight. He should get that big opportunity. It's just crazy how far the YouTube boxing scene has come when these greats are still considering getting in the ring with YouTubers.
Wait, what? No way Logan Paul will be on the thing. He will be on the undercard. There's no way.
So guys, it looks like KSI versus Jake Paul is going ahead next year in London at Wembley. And not too long ago on the True Geordie podcast, Logan Paul said he would jump on the undercard of that event and gave his thoughts on it.
I wonder
what it would be like being you that night, because that fight seems, it's a bit like what you said about Conor McGregor. There's just too much fucking money for them not to do this as well. And actually Jake KSI, because of the hatred, because of the true hatred there, surely we're talking like one of the biggest fights of the decade in terms of money.
I agree. I might even try to hop on the undercard. The undercard.
Oh,
talk about the biggest fight of the decade.
Yeah,
that'd be the craziest card ever.
Oh yeah.
The question is, who should Logan Paul fight? I'm going to give away tickets to that KSI versus Jake Paul match at Wembley. All you got to do is be subscribed to this channel, so make sure you press that subscribe button. So guys, some Alex Wasabi sparring footage was surfacing.
Good hook.
And Wade had said this guy Alex sparring here isn't great. But I see good timing. I see fluid combinations in a variety of shots, and people still say he went for a full camp training like this but never wanted the fight, and then suddenly made up an excuse to pull out. And KSI's manager responded by saying, "You got this one wrong, bud. That's all I say for right now." It does actually seem like there's more to this story that hasn't come out yet. I guess we'll find out in the future if it's allowed to be spoken about. But that's it for this video, guys. Make sure you drop a like.
Now, KSI thinks that Jake Paul has something to do with Alex Wasabi pulling out. He thinks he probably bribed him or something. I honestly don't think that's the case. I honestly think that Alex Wasabi's just a pussy and he's just afraid, and he decided like, yo, you know what? I'm going to go and hide. That's my honest opinion towards that. Now, if you guys think otherwise, please comment down below your thoughts. Let's see, what else? Alright, look, here's Deji. Let's see the
high quality music and sound effects that you can actually afford. Call 911.
Deji just revealed his new physique ahead of his boxing match versus Fuzi on
I still think Fuzi's gonna like fuck up Deji.
August 27th. Deji recently posted this picture on his Instagram story, and he is looking in very good shape. If you compare this picture to a picture from his last fight versus Alex Wasabi, you'll be able to see that he has very clearly put on some muscle. Deji is also now training with KSI strength and conditioning coach Leon Wills, so chances are, come the day of the weigh-in, he will be in extremely good shape. Deji weighed in at 170 pounds for his last bout in March, and he has to move up in weight to fight Fuzi at 175 pounds. So putting on muscle mass is definitely one of his main focuses. Let us know in the comments how you think Deji is looking, and also tell us if you think he'll have what it takes to beat Fuzi.
Ooh. Patty Pimblett, Patty the Batty, responding to Logan Paul. Now that is very interesting. I'm very intrigued to see what happens here.
Fighting on ESPN Plus in the States, lad.
What did you make of him saying that you put on an act?
Lad, everyone knows now I don't put on an act. My YouTube channel shows it for everyone. Know what I mean? My Paddy the Baddy YouTube channel shows that I am just me constantly. If anyone's putting on an act, lad, it's him. Know what I mean? What is he up to? He's the most little awkward crab you've ever met in your life.
Just in terms of, you mentioned Logan Paul there. What was that actually like having Logan Paul call you out, and what would you actually do to Logan Paul?
I just started giggling, lad. It made me night, because a couple of months ago he messaged me calling me a clout chaser. And who's the clout chaser now, son? Who's clout chasing who? Know what I mean? Everyone knows what I do to him. Like, he's wrestled in high school. I have a Division 1 wrestler come over from the US who's wrestled at 84 kilo and out of North Carolina, chasing. Know what I mean? I have him. He comes in and wrestles with me. I wrestle with better people. That's sort of like, he wouldn't be able to take me down. I'd put him on his back. That's what I mean. This monkey crab thinks that he's going to be able to take me down and hold me, or he's not even going to get me down, lad. I wrestle with a better southpaw wrestler every day. Like, I can't wait to elbow his face in.
Jesus. Patty the baddie is really a baddie.
Here he is.
We don't need to watch that. Digi trainer responds to Fuzi crazy training video.
Bad man, Jim Gordon, they thought they had a handle on this city.
So guys, after Fuzi put up a picture of him hitting the boxing bag, Deji's trainer responded by saying, "Nice editing, looks good." There are going to be some improvements from Fuzi. He's taking this serious, especially with his fitness. He had said on Twitter, "The man in this photo is 11 months sober today. The magic is only just beginning to show itself, leading to love always." Fuzi has been posting a lot of fancy training clips that go really viral and looking good on social media, and actually being a good fighter in that ring on the night are going to be two completely different things. But that is it for this video, guys. Make sure you drop a like and of course subscribe with that notification bell, and I'll see you guys.
Ten times Paddy Pimblett shocked the world. Alright. I think that's enough of the boxing news. So let's check this out.
Paddy Pimblett is undoubtedly the breakout star of 2021, an instantly magnetic character who had the look, the one-liners, and the finishing ability to make a name for himself. Sure, he takes a few too many shots to the chin, but love him or hate him, it's hard to deny that Paddy Pimblett's run in the UFC has been a lot of fun. With that in mind, we're going to be taking a look at 10 moments that really stood out since his professional debut. These are 10 times Paddy Pimblett shocked the MMA world. A viral hit. If you aren't a big fan of the European MMA scene, chances are that you've never really heard of Paddy Pimblett until he was much younger. But in the very early days of his MMA career, he managed to shoot to viral fame after securing an incredibly rare flying triangle choke over Dougie Scott. What's crazy here though is that Pimblett did this just after one professional fight, marking his second walk to the cage with an insane flying triangle submission. At that point, no one really knew who Paddy was, apart from some of his die-hard supporters in his hometown of Liverpool. But once again, this green young prospect managed to secure this flashy submission. It became clear that England had a future star in their hands. The question now is just how far Paddy can actually take it. Early signs. Again, if you're turning in every month for Cage Warriors, you might not have heard of Paddy before he signed to the UFC last year, but to those of you who are fans of the England-based promotion, this dude has been a pretty huge star for about 5 years now. What's crazy about Paddy though is that his first walk to the UFC cage was as far as his first brush with major fan expectation and pressure. In fact, prior to signing with the world's biggest MMA promotion, Pimblett already headlined and sold out of his local Echo Arena, an 11,000-seater venue that he had graced with his presence on many different occasions. As much as stepping into the UFC was always going to be a shock to the system, if you think Paddy wasn't used to having his name in the lights, think again. The rebound. What some of you might not know is that Paddy had been forced to deal with quite a lot of adversity already in his career. During the middle portion of his time in Cage Warriors, Pimblett came across two fighters who were well on their way to the big leagues, Soren Bach and Nad Narimani, losing in the title fights to the future Bellator and UFC talents. At that point in his career, it seemed like Pimblett was on something of a crossroads, a major attraction at home, but unable to find a form needed to break through to the higher levels. Thankfully, he managed to rebound from his lightweight title loss with 2 straight first-round finishes, a pair of wins that earned him a spot in the UFC. Now firmly rostered within the UFC ranks, Paddy Pimblett just needs to produce more of the same to ensure that he reaches his clear potential over the coming years. His debut. With all of the pressure in the world on his shoulders, this young prospect was set up for a showdown against Luigi Vendramini in the hopes of opening his UFC account for a win. Those of us who had watched him during his time in Cage Warriors understandably thought that Pimblett would opt for a grappling-heavy approach, playing to his strengths to get off to a good start. But no, Pimblett shocked us all by deciding to dive headfirst into the fire with Vendramini, almost getting knocked out in the process with a shot like that would have sent lightweights to the mat. But Paddy proved his toughness in the end, outlasting Vendramini on his way to a stunning first-round knockout. Pimblett had arrived to the big stage with a statement victory to show for it. Scousers don't get knocked. Pimblett had arrived.
Yeah, Tell me if this guy does not look like Mr. Bean. Like, just that facial expression. He just reminds me of Mr. Bean from just any of his movies. Just look how he just looks out into space. I don't know. That's just me.
Arrive to the big stage with a statement victory to show for it. Scousers don't get knocked out. These days, having a catchphrase is almost expected of you if you're trying to establish yourself as a major star within the UFC.
That's what he says. He's like, I'm a Scouser. Scousers never get knocked out.
And while the fans can spot a tryhard from a mile away, every now and then Conor McGregor or Khamzat Chimaev will come along with a soundbite for the ages. And for Paddy, it didn't take long for him to craft his own slogan, proudly telling Michael Bisping after his UFC debut that Scousers don't get knocked out, responding to questions about his striking defense being an issue by giving it props to his chin for its sturdiness. And in that moment, Paddy Pimblett found his catchphrase as he holdly promised the world that he would never suffer a knockout defeat. Sure, it sounds pretty cool, but has he ever watched Jorge Masvidal versus Darren Till? Because that sure looked like his Scouser getting knocked out if you ask us.
You know me saying, lad, I'm a Scouser. We don't get knocked out. Hey, I take that all day.
Remember, if you're enjoying our content and want to see more, be sure to leave a like before subscribing to the channel so you don't miss out on any of our weekly uploads. His weight gain. Paddy Pimblett is a pretty easygoing guy by nature, so easygoing in fact that he balloons up in weight dramatically in between fight camps. Seriously, it takes this man just a couple of weeks to be almost unrecognizable from the lean-framed lightweight who walks to the cage. As anyone who's watched Pimblett's post-fight press conference last time around will know, his love of all things fast food begins immediately after he leaves the cage, and following on from his show-stealing victory at UFC London, he was already diving headfirst into a pizza, eating as he answered questions from the media. Many experts are quick to note just how unhealthy it is to radically change your walk around so often, and crazier still is the fact that Paddy used to fight with great success down at 145 pounds. The public are split down the middle with where they exactly see Paddy the Baddie's ceiling within the UFC, but if there's one thing that most of us agree on, it's that his eating habits are truly wild and kind of unrealistic for a world-class athlete.
I actually counted it all. I had 10.6k calories yesterday. 10,670 calories. I woke up at 7 AM needing a sh**. That's how much I ate yesterday. Yeah, I did.
Playing with fire. If you know anything about Ilia Topuria, you'll know that he's a scary-looking dude, a powerful, athletic featherweight whose earth-shattering knockout power even carried up to 155 pounds in his last outing. So how does this rising prospect get his mention in a video about Paddy Pimblett? Well, the two had a pretty public altercation during UFC London Fight Week, where Ilia confronted Pimblett over some comments that he made about him. During UFC London Fight Week, where Ilia confronted Pimblett over some comments that he made about him online. As you might expect, Ilia's team were with him at the time and they were quick to step in between both men to avoid things getting out of hand. Even still, Paddy managed to lob a bottle of hand sanitizer at Ilia as he was being dragged away. And as soon as Ilia managed to score a crazy knockout of Jai Herbert that weekend, he was quick to make a direct call out to Paddy in the hopes of settling the score. Pimblett, however, didn't seem too pushed, instead asking the UFC to improve his contract before a major step up in competition comes. Will they eventually fight? Who knows? But with the narrative already set on both men on win streaks, seeing these two men meet down the line would be a pretty interesting pairing. Doing the double. Fans were definitely left with their doubts over Paddy's abilities after he encountered more than a few problems in his debut matchup in the UFC. Major holes in his defense on the feet allowed his opponents to land some pretty heavy strikes. His chin
Paddy Pimblett
really did stand as the last line of defense on that night, but of course he was able to rally and get the job done with a barrage of strikes. So when his return to the cage was booked for UFC London shortly after, we were all a bit unsure what to expect. With Rodrigo Vargas as his opponent, the pressure was on Pimblett to deliver, and once again, with the cage doors closed, it was far from straightforward. Vargas landed a hard shot early, causing Paddy to stagger briefly, but as soon as he got a hold of his opponent, Pimblett's stellar grappling abilities took over. If you watched his first fight, you'd be forgiven for assuming that Paddy was a brawler first and foremost. However, his BJJ has always been his go-to when it comes to getting his opponents out of there, and with the ease which he started slicing through Vargas' defenses definitely proved to be a good showcase of his true strengths as a grappler. Barstool Sports. How many UFC fighters sign 7-figure contracts with a reputable sports brand after just one fight? Well, Paddy Pimblett is clearly one of a kind in this regard. After shutting Luigi Vendramini's lights out after a tough opening round, Pimblett was almost immediately signed to join the team at Barstool Sports. In Pimblett, they saw some massive superstar potential and didn't think twice about putting their cash on the table then and there. With the social media following that numbers in the millions, getting Paddy the Baddy on board at such an early stage could well prove to be a masterstroke. The main thing though is that Pimblett continues to earn victory inside the cage. Sure, he has a few elements to add to his skill set, mainly in the striking department, but if Pimblett can really start to progress into the upper tier of the 155-pound division, his star potential could very well go through the roof. Underpaid. Few fighters in recent years have come into the top flight with quite as much attention as Paddy the Baddy. As soon as he landed in the UFC, a host of viral clips followed, with everyone mentioning of Pimblett being all guaranteed to drive traffic. When he managed to score his exhilarating come-from-behind victory against Luigi Vendramini, the stage was set for a huge main card spot at March's UFC London. As you might expect, Pimblett was as in demand all week as anyone on the card, and when the time came to fight, he did not disappoint, scoring a first-round submission to earn himself a Performance of the Night bonus. What's crazy though is what happened in the days that followed. Once the promotion revealed the purses earned by each fighter, it became clear that perhaps the most popular fighter on the entire card was also by far away the most underpaid. Pimblett, according to reports, took home just $12,000 to show and $12,000 to win. For context, that is pretty much the lowest amount of money a UFC fighter will ever be signed to on their first contract. Naturally, the general public could not believe just how little Pimblett was earning. Thankfully, the UFC moved to offer him an improved contract in the lead up to his third-round fight, and though we do not know yet how much he's getting, it's pretty safe to assure that the promotion to understand his value. What's your own personal favorite Paddy Pimblett moment, and how far do you think he will go in the UFC? Let us know in the comment section below. Again, if you enjoyed today's video and want to see more.
Okay, let's see this. Any more? Ooh, Fuzi explains.
Check this out. I'm going to show you how I can afford this car. $178. That was my...
So guys, the boy Fuzi's been doing some talking. He was recently on a podcast and spoke about his thoughts on the Deji fight leading up to it and how his training's going. It's a good watch, so stay to the end guys, and we'll talk about it after.
I already know what's about to happen in this fight. I already know what's about to happen in his fight. That's why we were working out today, and I looked at my strength.
What's gonna happen in your fight?
No, exactly. I looked at my strength. I looked at Eric today, the strength and conditioning coach, and I was like, I'm not about to be the only ugly duckling who doesn't, fuck up his opponent. So I plan on doing the exact same thing they plan on doing.
And honestly, I could say, Fuzi, when the first day you walked in here to now, bro, man, a drastic difference. Yeah, a drastic difference. You feel me?
That's why I visualized a lot of shit. I already know at the press conference, because everyone's been talking about my opponent is like, oh, he's using KSI strength and conditioning coach, and it's a big deal. And oh, he got Daly, and he's one of the best in the UK, and it's a big deal. And he's doing the shit he's supposed to be doing, training, working hard. Right. So I'm gonna say, y'all bringing that point, I'm over here at Jackrabbit. Exactly. Like, y'all need to bring that point and make that a factor. Like, they need to realize that. So I'm excited to say that the night of the press conference.
Yeah, already got it planned out. Nah, but the training is different here. And you came in kind of already in shape. You get what I'm trying to say? So I guess I got the same question that I asked Dean kind of for you. Did you kind of expect to kind of be in shape and kind of be able to hang with the workouts, or did you kind of expect to,
Nah, it's completely different. Like, I came in as a runner thinking like, oh, I can run marathons now. This will be easy. Yeah, nah. Shit don't mean anything. Nothing. So the way they do it here, like it's just the way everything's structured.
Yeah, Fuzi's gonna win.
So guys, KSI has asked Alex Wasabi, how's that concussion then? When there's a picture of him training with a bunch of his friends. If you guys remember a couple of days ago, Alex Wasabi said was busy training 3 times a day. As of right now, I'm not promoting, just eating candy and responding to your tweets. And someone have responded to that saying, well, you don't have a concussion then. And there was a little article saying concussions and sugar cravings. Since concussions lead to brain inflammation, it's best to avoid eating refined sugar to avoid further inflammation on the brain. But guys, it looks like if he did have this injury already, he has recovered from this situation.
That's funny. That's hilarious. Alright guys, so I know this was another short stream. I'm going to start wrapping it up. Don't worry guys, it's going to be longer streams down the line. I am sorry, I really do want to make longer streams. We will probably end up doing maybe 2-hour, 3-hour streams. I'm going to try to do something tomorrow. Hopefully we will be able to get something on the wraps tomorrow. Maybe something a little bit longer than an hour. Maybe hopefully we could be able to get like a good 2.5 hour stream. Maybe we could be able to play some video games. Let's see what happens. I'm gonna try to see if we can be able to play some Fall Guys with my brother. Let's see what we can do. All right, guys. I'll catch you guys next time. Take it easy, guys. See you tomorrow.